Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I almost didn't put myself in video here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to go through our presentation speed style tonight in about 10, 15 minutes, and then we're going to have an amazing, amazing guest, a person that's made over $290,000 with our company, come and talk to you guys about how he did it, his success, and why he feels Got Backup is probably the best product that we've ever put out. So, when he gets in the stage here, I'll let you guys know, but let's get started for now. So again, tonight, guys, my name is Joel Therrien, President and CEO of Got Backup and our corporate company, GVO. As always, so you guys know that it's live, just let us know where you're logging in from, put it in the text chat. Nice to have you guys here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hey, Gregory. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Ann. Hey, Russ. Hey, Sylvie. Hey, Danny. Hey, everybody else. Nice to have you guys here. And we had another great week, guys. We're just now under 25,000 members strong in 118 countries around the world. And we'll certainly surpass over 25,000 this week. So nice to have you guys here. Tonight, we're going to be talking to you about a product that we launched in April called Got Backup. And so let's get on with it, because I do want to spend some significant amount of time with our guest, Richard Weberg, and so forth. So I might have to call him because he should have been here by now. And I was just talking to him about 15 minutes ago. I'm just wondered if he's wandered off to a different conference room or something. But anyway, let's get started. So again, guys, my name is Joel Therrien, President and CEO of Global Virtual Opportunities, which was launched in 2007, and Got Backup, which we're going to talk to you about tonight a lot, just the past April 2023, and it's literally exploding across the world right now, and it's nice to have you guys here. So a lot of people, hey, I get what the product is, Joel. It's cloud storage for me and my whole family. But I want to make sure you're not running out of your basement and you have all the critical security protocols in place before I make a buying decision to join this amazing product and this amazing opportunity. So to just give you a background of myself, guys, I got started in my basement in 1997 with the gorgeous pine walls. Didn't know what I was doing at all. And this is for the newbies as well. It took me 2 years to figure out how to make money online, and especially online in network marketing. And I give myself a little bit of a pat on the back because most people would have quit in the first month. I went at it. Every night at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'd be all flustered and frustrated and say to myself, I guess I need to get a job, blah, 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 blah. Then I'd wake up the following morning and say, no, I deserve better for me and my family. I want that financial freedom, and more so, I wanted that time freedom to be able to raise my children, because my family and my children were my absolute why across the board for everything, which it's like for probably many of you. Once I had my first success, we graduated and built our first data center in approximately 2000, maybe a little about 2000. And we opened up an amazing office in Gatineau, Quebec, Canada. That was our original team. This was our original server room. Now, guys, before you criticize, because it's really ugly, it was highly functional, and it was over 20 years ago. So 25 years of success in the industry with a brand new opportunity and product in Got Backup. That's why you're here, okay? So yes, it's ugly, but it's highly functional. And in fact, if you see all the servers in that server room right there, all those servers combined could fit on one server today. And we're going to show you that we hired the professionals the second time around to build out our server room, okay? So now we started in, so the reason we left Canada is I actually ate up all the fiber optics in the city I was living in, which was Gatineau, Quebec, and we chose San Antonio, Texas. Why San Antonio? Some of the largest data centers in the world are right here in San Antonio, and it's a strategically placed area. If we were north of here in Dallas, there's a lot more tornadoes, and north of there. If we were more east towards the Gulf, well, guess what? You've got hurricanes to deal with, and so forth. So it's strategically placed here because it's a very good place to have a data center. The amount of fiber optics in this data center. And so what we're going to show you is everything that you get with the data center. Hang on, guys. I think I got a text. Okay, he said StreamYard has froze up his whole computer. I'll just tell them to say, no worries, keep trying. And if we don't get Richard, we don't get Richard. So that's why he's kind of late. But anyway, let's move forward, guys, because we do want to definitely invite our guest in tonight. But he said that StreamYard, which is the platform we use to stream to YouTube, has froze up his whole computer. So I said, no worries, reboot, try again, no worries. You got to move. So here's one thing that people say, okay, is Joel, why not just use the free space at Dropbox or Google Drive? Okay. They give you Dropbox gives you 2 gigabytes of drive space. Understand this. The average phone is 124 gigs and the average computer has a 500 gigabyte to a 1 terabyte drive. So using the free space, you're going to be able to back up about 1 to 3% of what you have on your phones and your computer. Okay. So this is a new slide that I added. And here's what's really, really cool, guys. Got Backup is 100% unique with zero competition in the network marketing space. Okay. And here's the thing. The need for secure, high quality cloud storage was proven by Dropbox without an opportunity. They started in 2007, I believe, and they have 700 million registered users. Incredible. So that proves that people not only want, they absolutely need cloud storage space. Because again, why? You want to back up every video and picture on your phone. You want to back up all your computers for you and your family, okay? Which is very important. So here's the cool part. Yes, Dropbox will give you 2 gigabytes for free. But if you see this slide here, I can upgrade to get 2 terabytes. And it's going to cost me $11.99 a month for me only, just me. What we offer is 6 terabytes of space. If I come back here, okay, we're offering 6 terabytes. Oh, it's the next slide. 6 terabytes of space, 3 times the space, not only for you, but you and 5 other friends or family members. That's why we call it the family plan. And it's not $11.99, it's $9.97 per month, okay? Same thing with iCloud. If you fill up your phone, they're going to give you an upsell for 2 terabytes at $9.99 per month. So again, with us, we give you 6 terabytes for 6 separate accounts. So people go, wait a minute, Joel, you're telling me that I can back up every single device, all my iPads, all my phones, all my computers, not only for me, but 5 other members as well for less than $10 a month? They're like, no brainer. That's why we're exploding, guys, in 118 countries around the world. Okay. So what about my security? Can anyone see my stuff in the cloud? No, guys. We use this. Understand this. Okay. We use the exact same security as Google Drive, as Amazon, as Dropbox. Why exactly the same? The security protocols were patented by the US government, not by Google, not by us, not by anybody else. They were patented for the military. Okay, so we're using the same encryption that they use for classified documents in the government and for any type of military operation. Okay, and the other thing is, guys, nobody knows your passwords, not even me. So if you're worried about a rogue employee who might kind of log in and take a password, we don't know your passwords. The only thing you can do if you forget your password is completely reset your password. Okay, and let's take a tour of the data center in a video. And yes, guys, we're PCI compliant and GDPR compliant. So I'm going to play that video for you guys now, and then we'll come back and hopefully Richard won't have too many other challenges and we'll bring him up to the call. So let's play that video now. I'll be right with you. Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of Got Backup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm going to code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coated door is over here, okay? And so we have a coated door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain, if God forbid, a bomb dropped on this building, a hurricane came in, whatever, a flood, which statistically is impossible, but if it did happen, we also back up all of your cloud data to a third-party data center just in case something ever happened to this building. And again, it's never happened, but you just never know, right? So there you go. There's a quick overview of our security protocols, guys, in our server room. Absolutely no single point of failure anywhere in there. And again, like the video said, if something ever happened to this building, and thank God it never has, we also take all your data and back it up to a third-party data center as well, okay? So we have all the compliance in place. We run security scans multiple times a day, every day. Now, not to scare you, we get over 20,000 hack attempts a day. Now, to put that in perspective, I know Facebook, owning my own server room, gets hundreds of millions of hack attempts every day, but we have all the technology that detects those people doing shady things, and we actually block them completely from our whole server room. So it's very, very, very secure, guys, okay? And it comes with a 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. So let's move forward. Saving precious memories and digital data is combined with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, okay? Absolutely lifetime opportunity. And guys, we're growing in leaps and bounds. Things are going extremely, extremely well. And in that server room alone, guys, I shared with you today, we're just under 25,000 people. We can easily scale to 1 million people in that room, okay? So I'm still waiting for Richard. I guess he's still having trouble getting on the call. So I apologize. So I'll continue with the presentation from here. If as soon as I see him pop in here, then of course we'll get to talking to Richard and stuff like that. So guys, we're living in a market where people are absolutely addicted to their digital mediums. their iPads, their phones, their computers. We're literally living in the metaverse and a virtual world. And data is growing in leaps and leaps and bounds. So back in 2011, 6% of the traffic online was for mobile devices. Now it's 60%. There's nearly 7 billion phones. 1 billion. This slide needs to be updated. But guys, there's nearly 7 billion phones on the planet. And I'm proud to say, guys, last week we just surpassed 1 petabyte of storage space for you. That's 1,000 terabytes, guys. Over 480 million files being backed up for our clients already. And people are loving the product and service, okay? So the loss of critical content and precious memories grows exponentially as people create more and more data. 45% of cell phone users have actually damaged their phones. Over 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. A laptop or cell phone is stolen every 43 seconds. Now, you might say, might not happen to me, but understand that Got Backup is more than just backup. It's a full collaborative program, just like Google Drive, okay? All of that for your whole family for less than $10 per month. Now, let me share a very personal story. 13 years ago, thereabouts, I was getting on the Marketer's Cruise, and I'm happy to say I'm getting on the Marketer's Cruise again this year. By the way, if any of you want to come and meet me on the Marketer's Cruise, I'm going this year. It's in January. What it is, and I'm not to sidetrack, but I love meeting people. It's about 450 network marketers from around the world and internet marketers that get on that cruise ship to brainstorm and just have a hell of a good time. So anyway, getting back to my story. 12 years ago, I was getting on the Marketer's Cruise. I had my laptop bag, and in my laptop bag, I had my computer, my laptop, and my external hard drive. Guys, I've been an avid videographer and photographer my whole life. Something I do on the side. I love creating those memories. Well, when I was getting on the ship, I gave the cruise ship, I gave my laptop bag to a porter. Long story short, guys, long story short. Oh, and it still triggers me today. The porter somebody stole my laptop bag. So I lost my external hard drive and my computer. And I lost every single video, picture, memory of my children from ages birth to age 6, 7, and 8. It absolutely destroyed me. And I remember sitting in my cabin on the cruise ship going, if I just had a secure location to put all this stuff, I wouldn't have lost a thing. That's how Got Backup was born, from a personal experience. The only pictures I have left, guys, are pictures that I had printed off over time and hung up on my wall. I lost thousands, probably tens of thousands of videos, which are real cool memories of your kids growing up, and well over 30 or 40,000 pictures. Gone forever, okay? So it's happened to many other people too. I lost all my family photos for about 10 years. I probably lost thousands due to hardware failure and even theft. No matter how much time passes, it still hurts to think about it. Let me see if Richard sent me another text. No, he didn't. Let me see. I'm just going to ask him if still no luck. Let's see if he gets back to me. And hey, you got to pivot and turn if somebody's having a technical challenge, right? So this is the market we live in, guys. As you know, everybody's addicted to their phones, okay? Everybody's addicted. So before we talk to you about how you get paid, commissions earned by Got Backup affiliates is 100% dependent on affiliate skills, efforts, and capabilities and market conditions. Well, guess what? The market conditions are excellent. Well, Tammy and Chris, if you want to join me live right now, you could do that. No, I'm not going to put you on the gun. Tammy and Chris said, we're planning on joining you, Joel. So maybe on the next webinar, we'll have Chris and Tammy come and say hello. They're new to Got Backup, but they're just some of the best 7-figure earners in the network marketing industry. And when I told them about Got Backup, they absolutely jumped on board right away because they saw the vision. Guys, 25,000 users. What happens when we get to 1 million? There will be many, many millionaires paid in this industry. And it's just been a proven technology time and time and time again. Okay. So We pay up to 75% of our revenue. Here, I'm just reading a text from Richard, guys. Okay, he says, hopefully in the next few minutes he'll be here. I'll cross my fingers and hope he's here as well too, because my whole webinar was planned around Richard. So anyway, guys, we pay more than double the industry standard, okay? Most other physical network marketing companies pay out an average of 30 to 35%. We're paying up to 75%. How can we do that? Well, I showed you on our video, the tour of the office. We keep things very efficient. We have an office here in Texas. We also have an office in Ukraine and another office in India. Now, people say, oh, there's a war in Ukraine. No, we do not have any data except for in this data center and where we back it up to another data center close by to here. So don't worry. Your data is not insecure at war in Ukraine or India, okay? We just have amazing, amazing software developers and support agents all over the world, okay? So we pay more than double industry standard because the product is digital, okay? There's lots of people 10 years ago when I was selling other digital products, network marketers who just didn't see the vision. Well, when COVID hit and everything got exceedingly more difficult, top network marketers, seven-figure earners in network marketing took a look at Got Back Up and said, oh my gosh, this is just way easier. And it's just the truth. It is. No shipping and handling, no warehouse costs, no laws to deal with FDA regulations of products all over the world. It's a digital product. You can sell it to somebody in Japan just as easily as you could sell it to your next door neighbor, and it provides immediate gratification. Okay. So how do you get paid? On the first month, we give you a fast start bonus. We pay you 200% on the $9.97 or just under $20. Okay. Right away. Then on month 2, we pay you 25% direct and a 25% matching check. I see Richard there now. Richard, I'll bring you up to the mic very shortly, bud. So anyway, I'm glad that he's finally here. I'm sure you can hear me, buddy. Just nod your head if you can hear me, Richard, and we'll bring you up soon. Okay, sounds good. We do have Richard here. Yay! So we'll bring him up in just a minute, guys. And so we get 25% direct, 25% matching check, and 25% into the binary for a total commission payout of up to 75% rather than 33%. Okay. So it's a very, very high payout. No, it's not magic. It's because, how did some people become so rich like Bill Gates? Software has a very, very, very high profit margin. Okay. Our costs are only associated with making the product better and the costs associated with supporting that product. But we don't have increased costs, whether we sell it in Ethiopia or Japan or Asia or United Kingdom, it doesn't matter, okay? And that's why we're exploding. The timing is perfect. Got Back Up is the only company capitalizing on this emerging global trend with a lucrative home-based business opportunity in exactly 118 countries right now, guys. 118 countries. If we had physical products, it would take us 10 years to get into 20 countries. Since April, we're in 118 countries already. And guess what? For a price point of only $9.97 per month to back up everything. The reason why we're also exploding, guys, is if you look at countries like India and Pakistan and Ukraine, some of the average salaries per month are only $400 to $600 per month. So they're starving for amazing opportunities. But if the auto ship is $150 a month, they simply can't afford it. Anyone, anywhere, at any time can afford $9.97 per month. Okay, guys? So $9.97 doesn't sound like much, but it builds on itself very quickly. And here's the other thing. Because it's only $9.97 per month, 1 in 4 people that are introduced to Got Back Up join the company. Why? It's a no-brainer. For the first time ever, we have way more value than the competition. So let me also explain that. Guys, as a rep, and there's many amazing reps on this call, do not tell people that we're better than Google Drive, because we're not. We're not better than Dropbox. We're not better than Microsoft. Where we're way better is the amount of value that we provide. Our technology is similar. Our software is similar, but we provide way, way, way more value. Okay, guys? So the timing is now, and the timing is to bring up Richard Weberg in here. So how you doing, Mr. Weberg?
Better now that I could get on here.
Hey, we all have the technology challenges, right?
Yeah.
And
my computer decided to do its updates at the moment that I launched StreamYard. So it interfered with each other and locked up my computer. So I literally had to hard restart it. So I'm on my phone.
Cool. Well, we're talking, well, that's okay. So we're talking about challenges. Why don't we talk about that first? Talk about your story. I know your story very, very well. When did you get started in network marketing online in general, or Amway? I know your first company was Amway many years ago, but I also know the hardships that you had. And guys, we're going to share this because it wasn't easy for me at the beginning either. So yeah, why don't you share a little bit of that, Richard?
So I got started when I was 20 years old. I joined Amway. I was, baffled into thinking I was going to a keg party, and got there and got interested because of, talking about building a better life and that you could make unlimited income and all that kind of stuff. And so, my story would take me a long time to actually go through it all. But once I got started, I was successful in Amway, but I had a long time to learn the financial lessons that I needed. So by the time I got out of Amway, which was about 6-7 years later, I was going into bankruptcy. Now that's not,
not because of Amway. I know you had a retail store, right? Or something like that, right?
Well, that leads into the second part of my story. But yes, when I was in Amway, Amway was very expensive. It was super expensive. Back then, think about it. We have cell phones that cost us, pretty much a set price. You don't get charged for long distance. And back then, any network marketer will let you know that your phone bills could be $800 a month, $500, $600 a month, because you were paying for long distance back then. And then manually meeting people, you're driving to every place that you go to show people the business, or you're going to hotel meetings, you're doing hotel meetings. I was jumping on planes, flying all around the United States. I was driving some days 300 miles a day and going back and forth from cities. I almost crashed and died numerous times because of how tired you get. Literally, but I was successful as far as building my downline. I had a team growing. It was very strong. And actually, to this day, I do have a leg that is still there that went on to go emerald in Amway. I ended up getting out of the business because I was tired. I had built up a massive amount of debt because, let's face it, Amway's comp plan is not the greatest. And for the expenses of belly to belly back then, it was really difficult. They always talked it was a 2 to 5 year plan. For many people to go like Diamond was actually more like a 10-year plan for most people. And I learned some hard financial lessons because I was trying to do it without a job. At times I worked, and had a job, but I had money coming in because I was fast and I was growing my business. And eventually what I was outputting was so much more, I could not handle the financial pressure any longer. And so I decided that I was just going to collect my residual income. And so I did. I collected residual income for like 3 years. It helped me immensely to get out of debt because I stopped all those expenditures. And then after I did that, eventually I ended up in retail. And I ended up filing bankruptcy. I live in a town that the population is totally dependent upon the mining industry. So when the mining industry crashes or goes down, it's a trickle down effect and everybody loses their job, so to speak. Of course, some people do, depending upon the industry, but the biggest industry that we're part of is the mining industry. And so my retail stores literally stopped dead in their tracks when 9/11 happened. Kmart's, I don't know if some of you remember Kmart's, but we had Kmart as one of our anchor stores in our mall. And once they pulled out because they were closing all their stores in this area, again, all the retail traffic stopped. The thing that was people were talking about was the internet. You know, the internet was new. It's coming along. Everything's going to go online. You build to buy clothing just by, you know, taking a screenshot and just order it. It'll be delivered to your door. And so I got out of retail. I ended up losing everything I owned, including my ex-wife. She couldn't take the poverty. And I'm happily married today, but I don't recommend going through what I did. And I certainly do not recommend starting a retail business today, like in your local town. That would be absolutely not very smart because, you know, we live in a digital world. There's no better timing than for Got Backup because everything is digital. Everything is turning digital. People will come over to watch a football game. Everybody's got their phone. What are they doing? They're texting things back and forth. They're taking pictures all the time. They're doing videos. I talked to a guy a few days ago that Joel knows about. This guy has over 100,000 pictures and videos on his digital device. Now, I'm sure he doesn't want to lose all those, so he's backing them up with Got Backup. And that's a process in itself. But, you know, back to my story of I ended up coming online because once I filed bankruptcy, I was trying to find a job. And in my town, there was nothing available. I mean, I had tons of applications, resumes out, and eventually I found a job for $7.40 an hour. But where I was living at that time was in the basement of somebody that I knew that lived in welfare housing. Because when I lost everything, I'm talking the repo man took my vehicles, I short sailed my house. I literally, up here, we have winter, and it's common for every place to have a basement, even some apartment buildings like welfare housing. And so there was no welfare housing available because the economy was so bad here that you had to get on a waiting list just to get in welfare housing. And I didn't want to do that because years before that, when I was like 18 years old, I worked for the company that I was applying to get into welfare housing. I was literally one of their maintenance guys. And I knew all the guys that worked there. I did not want them, you know, a pride thing. I didn't want them to see me coming in there to get welfare housing. But I ended up in the basement of a friend because there was no welfare housing available. And she lived in welfare housing because she had a couple kids, a husband that left her, and she was going to school to become an RN. And I said, can we move in your basement? Me and my family have nowhere to go. And she was like, yeah. And long story short, that's when I found online marketing because I was going back to school. I was taking business classes, and I was like, how do I get myself out of this? This is not me. I don't want to work a job for $7.40. You know, this is many years ago. The average wage around here is not very high neither, but because the standard of living is much higher. But I was like, I got to do something. I loved network marketing. I love people. I love business. I got to change this around. So I went to school to learn more things about business. Why did I fail? How can I be better? So I took every class I could find about economic, you know, development and starting a business and developing it and growing it. And I was like a sponge trying to learn more because I needed to get myself. And when I was doing that, I was on the computer and I seen an ad and I was like, okay, I know this internet stuff is going to be massive. This is where we are going. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I seen an ad for, hey, an opportunity, make $3,000 a month. I was like, you know what? I'm in. And I started doing it. And then I never looked back because I knew that was the future. And I wasn't going to work a job for $7.40 or, you know, here it's so limited at the time, especially that I worked that job. Then I learned those financial lessons and I became very financially smart. And I was building my business along with, you know, working. And I would work literally, you know, 8 to 10 hours at my job. And I would work 8 to 10 hours online and sleep very little. And I would pull all-nighters. I would literally pull all-nighters and stay up 24 hours. I would jam on tunes. I would do every free advertising I could get my hands on because I was broke. I didn't care what the obstacle was. I was going to succeed no matter what. And my biggest goal was, because Amway inspired in me that thing to become a diamond. I may not have became a diamond when I was there, but I knew one day I was going to become a diamond in some business. I would not stop until I had that title. That recognition of becoming a diamond was so important to me that when Joel launched one of his products and services, and I'd already been with him for years at that point, I was like, I have to become a diamond. It wasn't even the money. I was already making great money. Me and my son have partnered up for years and done this marketing together, but I wanted to become a diamond. I didn't care about the money. Well, of course, I want more money,
Of course, we all do. Yeah, sure.
But I wanted to be a diamond. And that's what motivated me to just keep pushing, even if you have struggles or whatever, because, nothing is perfect. We all have struggles when building anything, even after years of doing this stuff. We have slower times in our own businesses when we're doing things. It's not perfect, but it is beautiful when you can obtain your goals and dreams that you set out for and never lose that focus and never give up on it, because it can happen, especially if it can happen for me. If I could tell you my whole story, we would be here for a very long time. And I'm going to tell you this. I am not a perfect human being. I am not the type of person that likes to get all dressed up and wear jewelry and have shiny shoes on. Now, do I have a bunch of gold jewelry and diamonds? Yeah, I don't even put it on my hands. I mean, I have gold bracelets and watches. I don't put them on because that's not what type of person I am for the most part. I like to sit out in the yard with people, drink a few beers, sit around a fire, BS. I love family. I love people. I want to have a barbecue and invite everybody over. I thrive on that. It can make me cry because I love people so much. And that's why network marketing has always drawn my heart, because it truly is about helping other people. And you get that in you. You want to go, I want other people to be diamonds. I want other people, because how do you make a diamond? It's under pressure. It's pressure that makes a diamond. So you see other people's stories, you see other people that have struggled in their life or had misfortune, and you start to really feel for them. Joel is that kind of guy. Joel has an amazing heart. He is an amazing leader who I have followed now for well over a decade. I don't remember how many years, but I was with him with his very first launch of Kiosk. I've literally been paid by Joel's company, and I've saved every single notification of every payment made to me once it went completely digital, because Joel used to write me checks years ago. And I have every one of them saved in folders. I have not lost a single one. And he has paid me, and then me and John, for over 12 years digitally, and then by check for many years. And that goes to show you the longevity of this company. And his focus is totally on succeeding and helping other people succeed, because we're not the only people who have made great money with Joel's company. There are lots of people. I remember Joel one time showing a stack, a book of 1099s that he had paid out to people. And that sucker was like this thick.
It's two of them this thick now, Richard, literally.
Exactly.
I could probably find it. Yeah. So for those who don't know what a 1099 is basically, if you make over $600 with us, you got to fill out a W-9, and we send that 1099 to the government. It's about 10,000 people over the years that we've paid, making over $600 and so forth. So, you talked about a lot of the struggles so far, and it really brings back my early days of network marketing too. Like, it's so much easier today. Here we are collectively 136 people from every corner of the globe, networking and chatting. And what would it cost to put 130 people in a hotel room? It would take a month of planning, and would take probably $5,000 to $10,000 to put people into a hotel room, right? This is the way of the future. And that's why digital is also the way, guys. I'm not knocking any network marketing companies that have been around for 5 years or more. guys, because a lot of them go out of business in their first 5 years, are amazing companies because they've stood the test of time. Where things are going and where network marketing is shifting, guys, is to the digital world. And that's why we're exploding in so many countries. So many people, I know for myself, Richard, in the hotel meetings that I used to do, you'd always have those skeptics in the back of the room, kind of with their arms crossed, leaning against the wall. Sounds really great. Sounds really awesome. Yeah. But how much is it going to cost? And then we do that and we say, well, it's less than $10 a month with a $40 one-time affiliate fee. They're like, I get to run an international business for less than the cost of a margarita or a night out. Like I take my wife out to dinner twice a week, cost me $50-$60 each time. You know what I mean? That's 5 months of service right then and there. So what was it about Got Backup? Because I remember when we first put it together, it got you very excited. And is it, tell us a little bit about that. Is it the simplicity? Was it the fact that you see the vision like a Dropbox having 700 million users? Everybody needs it right now. What was the main ingredients that really got you turned on to the Got Backup product?
So over the years, I've promoted a ton of different things, because I've been both an affiliate marketer and a network marketer. And like I said, my heart resonates towards network marketing. So the main thing for me is when you build any type of network marketing program, if you don't have a product or service that every single person can use in their daily life, regardless if they're building a business, you will never build true residual income. And Got Backup is that product that every single person can use and afford worldwide, and the product is delivered digitally instantly, meaning once you join, you can start setting up the product and using it to back up all your precious memories, all your digital data, and secure it so you don't lose it. Because I think every person probably that has had a phone or a computer or a laptop can resonate with losing their digital data, because they probably have.
Yep. Yeah. We all have.
And that's the biggest thing. And I've learned that from Joel, because over the years, Joel has always talked about the litmus test. What's the litmus test? Will people use the product, or do they only want to use it because they're trying to make money? Is that, because when people come to a struggling point or a wall, what they tend to do in other network marketing companies, and I'm not putting any of them down, because that's what paved the road for anybody else. But there are some that their products are so inflated in pricing that the average person joins only because they want to make money. No different than Amway. I mean, when I stopped building Amway, I quit using all the products. Why? Because they cost a lot. They are not cheap. And the reason they're not is because most physical product companies have to inflate their pricing in order to pay commissions. And they have to inflate it quite a bit, because in order to give any kind of decent commission, if they don't inflate the pricing enough, they're not going to be able to pay people much money. And then it becomes only the gurus, only the mega leaders that are really going to ever make any money. With Got Backup, you're talking $9.97 a month.
Yeah, let me share some of that. So, folks, 72% of the people who have joined us are using the product already, meaning backing up their phones and their computers. Why? Because it gives them a sense of security and safety, and they know they need to do it. And because of the price point and the use of the product, we have roughly a 93% retention rate so far, which is absolutely amazing. And as you said, Richard, no retention, no income. And guys, look at the macroeconomics of network marketing in the first place. For any company to survive, you have to have people who just care about using the product. Because if everybody in a network marketing company, if every single person was making money, there's no money to the company, right? You have to have a certain amount of people that are not making money, called your customers, to have longevity. So part of the longevity of Amway is yes, their products are a little bit more priced, and that goes for, they have amazing products. Melaleuca has some amazing products. You know, all these companies, Max International has some amazing products. These are companies that have stood the test of time because they have a certain customer base that just go, I love this product. And that's what's happening with Got Backup, folks. How many people using the product for their whole family are going to cancel that product when it's $9.97 per month? Now, if they get into such hardship, like I did in my younger years, and you did as well, maybe then and only then they might cancel it, but they're not going to cancel it if they're using the product, because who in today's world even thinks about $10? Like, I mean, we spend $10 on, hate to say it, Starbucks. One Starbucks is what, $5? Get rid of 2 Starbucks coffees a month, guys, and your Got Backup membership is paid for. Absolutely paid for. I'm going to keep you on here and just continue with a little bit of the presentation, Richard, and then but I want you to interact with me here as well. So, guys, the timing is now, and that's what Richard saw right away. He's like, this is a product that's simple, easy to duplicate, so on and so forth. And it's just very, very easy to understand and use, right? So that's what, well, that was interesting. Oh, his computer's working now.
Yep.
Are you back on your computer now?
I'm back on my computer, much better.
Well,
I was trying to hold my phone.
Switch. So anyway, guys, that's why we're in over 100 countries, because people are falling in love with the product. If you don't have people who love the product, you don't have an opportunity. And that's why many, many companies fail within their first 5 years. They talk only about the money, and the product is secondary at best. You have to have a better product than you do an opportunity. Now, they're very close. You have to have a great compensation plan and everything. But if you don't have a product that people fall in love with, or a product that they need, here's one company that we keep getting compared to, guys, that made many, many millionaires in the industry, Excel Communications. Back then, everybody needed long distance. Well, guess what? They got into the long distance and they killed it. What killed them was the internet, because now there's no more long distance charges in the world. I can do a FaceTime to anybody in the world at any time. It doesn't cost me a penny, right? But that's what people are comparing us to, is a product that's not sexy, but it's a product that everybody needs. Well, long distance back in the Excel Communications days was a product that everybody needs. Okay, guys? So, and we're priced at $9.97 per month. And we will become a $1 billion company, because we're at the right timing, at the right place, at the right time. Okay, guys? So here's what you ask yourself, and then we'll continue with Richard. Who doesn't want to automatically set and forget, protect all their family documents, videos, and their legacy for less than $10 a month? That's all you have to ask yourself. People want to do it. Now, it doesn't mean that everybody's going to see the vision. Otherwise, everybody would join us. But 1 in 4 people who are being introduced to this are joining because of what? The price point and the value is insane. Why is Walmart so huge? Value. Why is Amazon so huge? Value and convenience, right? We're just as convenient as Amazon. You buy the product, you can install it on your phone and your PC right away. So the reason this call is on, and then we'll bring Richard back up a little bit, guys, is basically tonight at midnight, all the people, and it's roughly 1,000 again that joined us this week, move from the power line into the binary matrix. So the longer you wait, the less chance you're going to have of having spillover into your organization. In other words, you want to wait when we have 100,000 people, 200,000 people, 500,000 people, or would you want to get involved in a company that's just under 25,000 people strong? So what you need to do is just go to Got Backup Live and join the team there. So I'll put that in the text chat, and I'll put it up on here, guys, and we'll remove that, and we'll. So what else would you like to talk about, Richard? Because, you know, I mean, you've got vast experience in the industry. By the way, guys, he's just about $10,000 under becoming a triple diamond. So let's all give him, guys, what you need to do is give what's called an electronic applause, which if you look in the text chat, it's a bunch of A's. So let's give Richard an electronic applause for all of his dedication and work. Him and his son, John, who's on the call right now, just under $300,000 with our company. Here's a question, Richard. I think they want to send it to you. What kind of beer do you like to drink?
I drink cheap beer because I'm not going to waste my money on something I'm just going to piss out. I'm a miser. That's what happened to me over the years. I became really money savvy. You know, the phrase eat crap so you know for 12 months or 2 years so you can eat caviar the rest of your life. You build a future, you build wealth, and it's a much better feeling not living on the edge and having a big fat bank account. So that I mean, if I could explain to you the difference when your money is like it kind of gets taken out of the equation of what it is for most people, it's the most amazing feeling in the world.
It really is. And I know exactly what you're talking about because, as you know, in the past, I had the Ferrari, I had the huge home, I had all of that. And yes, for a short moment, it gave me that satisfaction. But honestly, guys, and this is just more financial literacy, any profits that I make now, I make sure that my money works for me and I invest in real estate. Why? Because I'm at the age now where I want more and more passive income into my life. So that's very important too, guys, you know, it's not about, well, look at Mike Tyson. It's not about what you make. It's about what you spend. He made over $500 million in his lifetime and he lost all of it. And I'm happy to see, because he's so strong on social media, he's building his wealth back up. But anyway, yeah, any lasting tidbits, comments, stories you want to share with people before we close it out for the night?
Just, you know, there's probably people on this call that have done affiliate marketing, network marketing, or maybe just one or the other. And the reason I also always resonate with being able to build a team like we can with Got Backup, because Joel just talked about it with passive income. Because when you have longevity with a company and that company has been there as long as Joel has, then you can be and feel secure in building something that can last. And so, you know, it's work to get it going and work to, you know, build that team and connect with people. But it's not always who you know, it's who they know, because of how our comp plan works. It's leverage. And in affiliate marketing, the people that make the most money in affiliate marketing are using leverage, meaning they are part of another platform. They're using a platform to sell their products and services through an affiliate army. So then they are selling individual products and services, launching them. And a lot of times people do that over and over again, you know, because if you're not selling in affiliate marketing, you're not making any money. And that can become a big giant wheel of starting over, or the feeling of starting over.
Yeah, I want to share one thing of that. I don't know where I saw it, but it just resonated in my heart when a woman was asked, "Would you choose network marketing over affiliate marketing?" And she said, "Network marketing all day long." And here's why: she went through the hardship of 2 years of breast cancer, so she couldn't build her business anymore. But guess what? She had a team of network marketers below her that absolutely had her back. So during this hardship in her life, her income actually went up. When
Yes.
it's affiliate marketing, like you said, if you're not launching something new or promoting something new, you're not making any money. So that's what you have here, guys, is a group of like-minded network marketers. And I will tell you this without mentioning name, guys, is we have some of the best network marketers, not affiliate marketers, the best network marketers in the world jumping on board with us because they see the vision. They realize that digital storage is something that's becoming a need because, again, the average phone has a 64 gig hard drive. The average computer has a 500 gig hard drive. And yet people are using terabytes and terabytes of digital space. I talk to people every day. Oh, I had to delete half the pictures on my phone. Oh, I had to get an external hard drive to plug into my computer because I've eaten up all my hard drive space. Here's Got Backup with one convenient login for you and your whole family to back up everything. You don't have to worry where the hard drive fails. We take care of that. You don't have to worry about things get hacked. We take care of that. We take care of everything for you guys. It's a completely done for you business. Done for you doesn't mean that you don't do anything. All you have to do is talk to people. And here's the other thing as well, guys. Please understand this is, like I said, it's a great product. 1 in 4 people are joining. Don't get stuck on one person. You know the questions, because Richard, you're so seasoned as well. If people start saying things like, can I really make money? I end the conversation right there, because I'm like, this is not for them. We're not here to convince people that they can make money. We're here to help people who want to make money and show them the exact blueprint to do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All righty, folks. Well, we like to keep them under an hour. Any last words, Richard? I want to thank you for everything that you've done. You're one of my best friends. And guys, this is the type of relationships that we built. Through his son, I showed up on Richard's doorstep.
I was just going to tell that story.
And it was so funny because it was Mike and I, and it was your anniversary, right?
Yep.
Of him and his lovely wife, April. And I see John, Richard, do one of these. John knew all about it. Richard went like this, and then it's just, Joel. So that's the type of relationships we're building with everybody here, guys. So yes, I saw in the questions, we will be doing some events. Yes, we will be doing fly-ins. We're picking that all up. The stall, guys, to be brutally honest with you, we've scaled up now to a petabyte of storage space. We've never had that much storage space in our data center. And in that growth, we've seen some things that needed to be a little bit better. It's getting better and better and better every single day. And guess what? We're going to ramp up our marketing more and more and more. So guys, the timing is literally right now. Go to Got Back Up Live, because at midnight tonight, all the people that joined us in the power line are going to be moved over to the paid binary matrix. And the longer you wait, the less chance you have of building a great team. What do I mean by that? Let's say Richard was a prospect right now and he joins my team tonight. Well, if you would have joined last week, maybe he would have been a prospect of yours and been in your downline. Don't wait on this, guys, because it's also backed by a 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. So join there, guys. Join now. It's risk-free. We'd love to have you on board. So again, Richard, love you, brother, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for coming on the call. And we'll see you guys all next time. Have an amazing, wonderful night, guys. Join Got Back Up today. You won't regret it. It's the beginning of a massive trend. Love you all. Have a great night. Thanks again, Richard. Bye for now.
Thank you. Love you, Joe.
Love you too. Bye, guys.